here we have everything Meghan Markle has said about Donald Trump, proving that she was nasty about him. And we remember Donald Trump saying, gosh, I didn't know Meghan was so nasty. Okay, so number 5, it's going in reverse order. Meghan admires Ivanka. She gushed about Ivanka Trump. She said on her blog, The Tig, she praised Ivanka's business acumen and said she was unfairly judged because of her background. She's not just carved a niche for herself under her father's famed Trump notoriety, she has undoubtedly created her own empire. It's so easy to knock the girls who come from privilege, to assume they rested on their laurels and garnered accolades simply by being fancy from the womb. So she admires Ivanka, but she apparently dislikes Trump. As a no deal or no deal girl, she said she gave Trump a wide berth when he appeared on the set of Deal or No Deal. At that time, Trump would have been just a television star and a billionaire real estate mogul, and she should not have had negative feelings about him. I wonder if she changed the memory to oppose Trump at that time, because Trump was very hailed by the black community and all of that stuff, and that all changed when he became a president, when he started running for president and became president. So this sounds like a memory that changed after the fact. Meghan's first public swipe was on the nightly show with Larry Wilmore. She called U.S. President Trump divisive and misogynistic. Oh, this is before during his 2016 presidential campaign. So when Trump started running for office, everyone turned against him. All the Hollywood people turned against him. When she went on Michelle Obama's When All Women Vote panel, she said, "We all know what's at stake." What's at stake, Meghan? Roe versus Wade. They're afraid that Roe versus Wade will be appealed, which is a federal law mandating abortion in all 52 states. Obviously, I think that's political overreach to the nth degree, and hopefully that will be repealed, because no one has the right to force that upon others or not force that upon others. The most important election of our lifetime. In the Time 100, she said, it's the most important election of our lifetime. Quote, every 4 years we're told the same thing, that this is the most important election of our lifetime, but this one is. When we vote, our values are put into action and our voices are heard. Your voice is a reminder that you matter because you do, and you deserve to be heard. It's all, And then they urged voters to reject online negativity in a veiled attack on Donald Trump. Reject hate speech, misinformation, and online negativity. And this is very much seen as an attack on Donald Trump and the Republicans, and very, very partisan. I just thought that was interesting. So she's really come out against Donald Trump. Meghan Markle is the first member of the royal family to take part in the U.S. election. She did it via mail-in balloting. Okay, and I wonder if this is an effort to legitimize the mail-in balloting, because we have all kinds of nonsense going on with the mail-in balloting. For instance, in Wisconsin, it's alleged that 101% of registered voters have voted, and something like 238,000 votes came in at 4 a.m. in the morning on November 4th, and every single one of them was for Biden. So, and that's called stuffing the ballot box. And this is all mail-in votes. So there's definitely some possible shenanigans with mail-in balloting going on. And so Meghan did her vote by mail. Meghan vows her political activism won't end after the U.S. election, despite criticism for breaking royal protocol. And we saw the popularity thing. Meghan is not considered to be working for the royals at all, and this is just hurting Harry. It's not hurting Meghan. So I'm wondering if she's going to be able to trick Harry into some more political activism. Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. This is the moment where Meghan, this is the time 100 where Meghan tricked Harry into foreign election interference. And this is a seminal moment that is just going to continue to reverberate until Harry makes some statement that he's not going to have anything to do with American politics henceforth. That's like the Africa moment where she said, "No one ever asked me how I'm feeling." This is her talking to the famous Gloria Steinem, and we know what's at stake here. And Gloria Steinem is the person who, rallied for Roe versus Wade. And I think you guys, I like this graph. It's very instructive. It's a favorability rating, and it just shows how much people don't think of Meghan as a royal. They still do think of Harry as a royal, which I find very, interesting. This is what really matters, is what people think. And Harry is a royal. Meghan voted by mail-in ballot. Did she vote by mail-in ballot and not by early voting? Because I did early voting. I waited in line for 2 hours in the cold. It's cold here. Did she do it by mail to seek to legitimize the mail-in balloting? Because this election is all about mail-in balloting, okay? And is it honest? And mail-in balloting is not absentee balloting. Absentee balloting has all kinds of, proper controls on it to make sure that that's a valid vote. But mail-in balloting has none of these controls on it, and people think that they're just stuffing the ballot boxes. And there's, like I mentioned, Wisconsin. So they're thinking that because Trump had won Wisconsin, and then all these votes suddenly came in at 4 a.m. in the morning, and they were all for Biden, and it swung it to Biden. Well, that is statistically really improbable. So was she trying to legitimize mail-in balloting by voting by mail? Was Meghan trying to legitimize mail-in balloting? Reacting to circumstances, Magi manifesting, and this is an opportunity. 9 and 13, 22 in front of the people. Yeah, she's reacting to the current mood of the country and what's going on. We have 2 change cards here. 5s are changed. We have a 3rd change card. We have 3 5s. Roses, virtue signaling, a decision. Let's see here. We have Trinity, working everything together, working with others, working perfectly with others for their purposes. High Tower and Woman, this is an official act to work with others, possibly handlers. She's part of a team. Let's see. Cornucopia and roadblock, everything is blocked to frustrate everything. Interesting. So their purpose ultimately, she's working with others to stop everything, to frustrate everything. And I've seen in other readings that she is completely, wants to completely destroy the existing order and remake it. That's how communism starts. That's how fascism starts. They have to destroy, they completely decimate the existing system and then take it over. And by the time they take it over, people are so desperate because there's no food, everything is broken down, people are being killed in the streets. They're so desperate for law and order and organization that they'll take anything. And that's when communism and fascism and dictators swoop in. They bring order. They bring very heavy-handed militaristic order. So let's see. She's reacting to what's going on in the country right now. She is, interestingly, working with others to stop everything. Yeah, so she's part of a larger plan. That's interesting. So in the favorability ratings, we see
Meghan at negative 26 and Harry at 1. And that, if you add them up, that's negative 25. Camilla and Charles are 24 and 1, so that's 25. So Camilla and Charles are positive 25, and Meghan and Harry are negative 25. Does Meghan's political activism help? How does it help or hurt Harry and herself? Is it helping her and hurting Harry? Because I suspect that's what it's doing. And Meghan previously stated that she wanted to be the most famous person in the world. And it's impossible to be the most famous person in the world without being controversial. So she doesn't mind being controversial, because then she gets, when people say stuff about her, she then gets to complain about that, and that makes her, all of that puts her in the public eye. So she's happy to constantly complain and be criticized. And I think, I think the lady doth protest too much. I think she wants this criticism. She's clearly doing it on purpose, because she wants to be controversial, and controversy brings criticism, and then she can respond to the criticism. So let's look at Harry and Meghan. How is this political activism affecting each of them? Harry. Meghan. Oh, wow. How is this political activism separately affecting each of them? So on Meghan's side, olive tree, sun exposes everything. So 7 and 7, 14, 4 diamonds, cornerstone, very solid foundation. This is her rooting. This is her foundation. This is her path to fame, and this is the spine. This is what she's all about. Okay, so cross and 10 diamonds are very solid. So this is what she's all about. This is the house that she's building. 4 diamonds. These are the roots that she's growing deep. And this is what's going to make her famous. This is exactly Meghan's brand. This political activism, being controversial, saying things that get people talking for months and years. She came out about on the side of abortion in Ireland, and a lot of people were very upset about that, including me. I'm like, what does Meghan Markle have to do with abortion in Ireland? Okay, and then she's being political, and she's a royal, and she's not. That really upset people, but that's what she wants. People talked about that, and then she can complain about people criticizing her for that. So this is really her brand. What's going on with Harry? This is so important. This is the most important change for Harry. This is the critical thing. This is that seminal moment where Meghan says, no one ever asked me how I'm doing in Africa. Ignoring all these starving people in Africa and all the crazy, the killings and the rapes, and making it all about Meghan. This is that seminal moment for Harry. So it's cutting Harry. It's hurting Harry. It's a big change that's really hurting Harry. 3 diamonds. Working, doing this with Meghan is really hurting Harry. These are the nails in Harry's coffin. Okay, the end is near for Harry. Okay, for his reputation and for being a royal, because this is like the worst thing he can do. This is directly against what he's supposed to be as a royal. But it's not a 10 spades here. Here's the 10 spades. Executioner and 2 spades. So 13, 15, 4. Doing this separates him and cuts him off from the royal family. Yeah. So, but it's not over. It's a rolling disaster. 22, 28, 7 spades. Things going on in secret. Very bad ending in the cornerstone and in his legacy as a royal family member. So behind the scenes, this is devastating to Harry. Harry needs to recant this and step away from the political activism stuff, because it's good for Meghan and it's destroying Harry, which is exactly what I suspected was happening. And I think Meghan, if Meghan wins, other people lose. And the person who is closest to Meghan is Harry, and Harry's going to lose the most. And that's exactly what's happening. Harry loses. Meghan's winning by being politically active. Meghan really wins by getting Harry to do this. And Harry, it's huge for Harry. Really bad for Harry. It's good for Meghan, really bad for Harry. So Meghan vows that her political activism will not end after the election. Will Meghan trick Dumbo Harry into another foreign political interference gambit? You know, this is, she got him to interfere in American politics as someone on a visa and not a citizen. Will she trick Harry into another act of political interference and then pretend like, oh, it's not partisan, which no one believes that because of all the things she said about Donald Trump? Devil. Oh, those are some bad cards. Do we have Meghan tricking Harry into another act of political interference? Home and veil. She's secretly working the relationship. She'll do anything. The devil is completely selfish. The devil wants to harm you. The devil is malicious. So she's just using him. This is definitely, she's secretly using her family relationship. Cast out, and over time, by continuing to hit this spot, she's kicking him out of the royal family. 11, 11, 22 plus 11, 30, 33, 9 hearts. Yes, this political activism thing is what she's going to use to destroy him. She has a malicious plan to completely destroy Harry and kick him out of the royal family. And as soon as that's going to, she wants him for what he can offer, and she's killing the golden goose. And he's just trying to be a good husband and stick with her. What do we have on the surface? Water into wine, renewal, 10 diamonds, and okay, so renewing the relationship with the royal family, 18 and 6, 24, 6 spades. It's bad right now, but the relationship is very solid. He wants to renew it. So on the surface, Harry wants to stay in line with the royal family, and that's what he's going to say to the royals. But underneath, Meghan is using the political activism to destroy Harry intentionally. I mean, the devil is capricious, the devil is malicious, the devil is not the one with the master plan. The King of Spades is the one with the master plan. The Queen of Spades is the furthest looking card, but the King of Spades is very organized and has a master plan. The devil is just nasty and malicious and wants to kill you and destroy you. So this is how she's going to destroy Harry, with the political activism, because that is absolutely not what he should be doing. It's inappropriate any way you look at it, and it's just really bad for him. But it's really good for Meghan, and the more she can manipulate him into doing this, which is what she did right here, the stronger she becomes. She's playing win-lose. She's going to win, and everyone else around her is going to lose, including Jessica Mulroney, including everyone in her family. And so she's developed a lot of enemies because she always plays win-lose. And if you're near Meghan, you're always going to be on the losing end. There's never win-win with Meghan, never. So how does Meghan really feel about Donald Trump? We saw all those negative things that she said about Donald Trump, and one of them I was very suspicious of, the deal or no deal one. That was long, when she was a deal or no deal girl, that was long before he was a presidential candidate. He had a very good reputation. Everybody loved Donald Trump. He was a TV reality star. He was a billionaire. He was a big personality. He was exactly that person that people want to be around. And she is characterizing that as, oh, she wanted to stay away from him. I don't believe that. I believe she would have sucked up to Donald Trump and, gave him a big smile and a hair toss and, batted her eyelashes at him and, ran over and put her hands on him if she could, if she could get that close. So how does Meghan really feel about Donald Trump? Is she just trying to fit into the ultra-liberal Hollywood left, or does she really dislike Donald Trump. She certainly is politically opposed to him. Meghan is Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. She's exactly the same as her, and she's made Harry to be exactly like that. And the British public hate it. They absolutely hate it. They hate what Harry has become. They hate it. They feel it's completely disingenuous, and there's never a solution. There's just complaining about problems and talking about your feelings, and come on. Okay, so is she just trying to fit into the ultra-liberal left? What I'm after is, are these her true feelings that she really doesn't like Donald Trump, or is this just all her trying to fit in, with the powerful people that she wants to be close to? So underneath, it's 10 hearts, all emotions. It's an emotional appeal to all the people. She's committed to an emotional appeal to all the people. And that's the problem that I have with it. They scream the word science, for climate change. Science! But they're not talking about science. They're only talking about their feelings. It's all emotion-based. And the problem that I and others have with the way they talk is that it's not science. It's not based in science at all. It's purely based in emotion. It's a purely emotional appeal on an ongoing basis. And that's why they put a child, that Swedish child, what's her name, out there. It's just a purely emotional appeal, and it's not based in any kind of facts or reality. And that's the problem that rational people have with that. So is she just trying to fit in on the surface? No. A clever fox, no, and butterfly. The fox is cleverly trying to revolutionize everything and put a stop to everything. There's a plan. Fox is very clever and runs plays and plans. The player runs plays on you. This play, that play. They go kind of directly after it. They want what they want. They get it, and they get out. The fox is similar. The fox moves the pieces around a little bit more, works more on the situation, but she wants what she wants. She's going to get it. It's a great business card. Okay, the fox wants to make money in business. The sexy fox in a relationship wants to be sexy and get expensive dinners and fancy cars and jewelry and be pampered and stuff. Okay, so let's see, 12 and 9, 21, 6 hearts. So she wants to be part of the revolution. She's like a revolutionary. So it's not about that Trump is a figurehead for her. She is standing opposed to the great man so that she can, when you attack the great man or the great woman, you raise your status to someone who is worthy of attacking this person. And that's what she's doing. She's raising her status to the person she's attacking, because Donald Trump is greater than Meghan. He's much greater than Meghan. As president, he's much, much greater person because of his position. Now, if Meghan had remained a royal, she was still in a lower position, but royal is pretty good. That's pretty, status-wise, that's pretty high, but she's really not a royal anymore. So she's just trying to revolutionize everything with her emotional appeal to all the people. Yeah, so she doesn't literally hate Donald Trump. She's not personally opposed to him. He's a figurehead. All right, so what do we have here? Okay, we have some interesting stuff here. So the mail-in ballot, was she trying to legitimize the mail-in ballots? Well, she's going with the feeling of the moment, and she's trying to change it and put a good face on it to say that it's legitimate. And she is very much working with an organization and a structure to destroy everything. So she's part of a much larger movement, and she realizes this. She definitely realizes this. And I wonder if she has people advising her. She should have advisors. She officially has advisors, but I wonder if she has these New World Order people contacting her, and she would love that because she's a great networker. That is a huge strength for Meghan, is her ability to network. Okay, Harry and Meghan, the political activism, how is it affecting their status? It's great for Meghan, it's terrible for Harry, but this is not the end for Harry. It's just like, this is a really important moment for him doing this moment right here. This is really important to him, for him, and it's really bad, and it hurts him, and it leads to absolute disaster and being kicked out of the royal family even. It leads to absolute, just a destruction. It directly attacks the foundation of the royal family. And they're going to take very strong actions to cut him off and separate him if he's going to continue this. So he needs to step back. Is Meghan going to, she says her political activism won't end. I believe that's her brand. Is she going to trick Harry into it some more? Harry on the surface is going to say, I don't want to do anything to harm the royal family. And I want to come back. I want to be in line with the royal family. That's what he's going to say. And they keep saying that and doing the opposite. Meghan is using the political activism to literally destroy Harry and kick him out of the royal family. That's what this is saying. So she's going to continue to do it. And if he continues to follow her, he's going to get further hurt. Here we see that it's all just an emotional appeal. So does Meghan really hate Trump? No, it's all just an emotional appeal. She's setting him up as a figurehead so she can attack him. She's dehumanizing him, which is what's happened to Trump for 4 years. He's been dehumanized and attacked as a figurehead all along. And that's, in fact, the strategy of the entire left, calling people deplorables. They're dehumanizing everyone. And that's part of the Rules for Radicals thing. And I'm going to have to get my hands on that book and read it, because that's what's happening in our society right now. We're undergoing a communist and fascist revolution right now, and it's to overthrow the current, way of life of America that has made America #1 in the world and put us at the top. And they're trying to overthrow that. And that's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, the Magi Method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Many thanks to the generous folks who bought me a cup of tea. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment.